When darkness falls over the vast cornfields of Texas, a silent threat begins to awaken. The sound of rustling footsteps, heavy breathing, and razor-sharp tusks ready to tear through any field they cross fills the night. For Nick, confronting the invasive wild boars is more than just manual labor. It is a true battle of wits. The boars are becoming smarter, more cautious, and more cunning with each passing day. Every night, the same question remains. Will the traps he has carefully designed and placed throughout the farm still be effective against the growing pressure of these destructive animals? To capture these experienced wild boars, the first step is always understanding their behavior. Through his nighttime surveillance cameras, Nick carefully watches the activity around a trap baited with corn. The sweet scent quickly attracts a sounder of wild boars toward the trap. They circle the area before gradually moving inside. However, two large adult boars remain extremely cautious. They constantly sniff the air, lingering around the outer edge and refusing to cross the entrance. Nick holds his breath. After nearly 30 minutes of patient waiting, hunger finally overcomes their fear, and they step into the center of the trap. Instantly, the heavy gate slams shut, cutting off every possible escape route. As dawn breaks, Nick begins checking the results. Instead of walking directly into potentially dangerous areas, he first relies on modern technology. A drone lifts into the sky, providing a live aerial view that allows him to inspect each trap safely from a distance. The infrared cameras confirm that the main trap has been successfully triggered. As Nick approaches through the morning mist to inspect the catch, he finds the enclosure packed with wild boars. His presence immediately agitates the animals, and the entire group crashes violently against the steel panels while squealing loudly. To handle such a large catch, Nick backs his pickup truck directly against the trap entrance and guides the adult boars straight into the truck bed. For safety and easier handling, he carefully separates the smaller piglets and places them into a separate portable cage. After dealing with the main trap, Nick continues inspecting the secondary trap lines. The first is a small trap hidden within the main farm area. It has successfully captured a lone wild boar that wandered in looking for leftover food. Nick quickly transfers the animal into a portable holding cage, then lifts the sturdy container onto his pickup for transport. Moving to an open area beside the fence, another cage trap has captured a large, aggressive wild boar. To load the stubborn animal without excessive effort, Nick assembles a portable steel chute connecting the trap directly to the truck bed. Pressured from behind, the wild boar has little choice but to run straight through the chute and into the truck. Finally, Nick visits the location of a massive new cage trap he installed only a few days earlier. His careful planning has paid off. The enclosure is packed with wild boars. One by one, they are professionally loaded into the truck, bringing an exceptionally successful day of trapping to a close. Under the bright Texas midday sun, the sound of the pickup truck gradually fades, replaced by the gentle rustling of wine through the green cornfields. Looking at the now empty traps after such a productive day, Nick finally breathes a sigh of relief. The question that lingered the night before has now been answered. The traps worked exceptionally well, but that success did not happen by chance. It was the result of years of field experience, the patience required to outsmart wild animals minute by minute, and the valuable support of modern technology, such as drones and smart trapping systems. Every wild boar removed helps protect the hard work of local farmers and reinforces one simple belief. Through intelligence and perseverance, people can continue defending their land against every new invasion.
Not every appearance of wild boar is a problem, but when fresh tracks overlap old ones, when the same routes repeat night after night, that's when territory is being taken, quietly, without a single confrontation. For the people living here, danger doesn't arrive overnight. It builds step by step until the distance between wildlife and daily life is gone. So the solution chosen isn't confrontation, it's the creation of a control system designed to reduce conflict and protect human living space. Let's take a closer look at how that system works. The Boar Buster system is installed after days of field scouting. Placement, approach angles, and timing are all calculated based on the herd's movement habits. As night falls, infrared cameras pick up the first movements from the forest edge. The boars don't rush the bait. They stop, watch, test the ground, study the frame. This is typical behavior of animals shaped by constant survival pressure. The system activates exactly as planned, but the drop happens just a fraction of a second too late. That tiny delay is enough. The most alert individuals sense the danger. Within seconds, the entire herd pulls back cleanly, leaving nothing behind but an empty trap. This isn't a failure of equipment, it's a mismatch between mechanical timing and the razor-fast instincts of wild animals. By daylight, the system is fully inspected. No mechanical damage, no warped frame, no trigger malfunction. The problem lies in deployment. The hanging height isn't optimal, the sensor angle is slightly off, and most critically, the response delay is slower than a wild boar's natural reflex. Wild boar live in a world where survival is measured in seconds. They are smart, adaptive, and they never fall for the same mistake twice. Once danger is recognized, the behavior of the entire herd changes immediately. If the same setup is kept, the risk isn't repeated failure, it's escalation as the herd becomes more cautious and harder to manage. Sometimes, the smartest move is to stop before things get worse. Instead of pushing forward, all activity is paused. This isn't hesitation, it's restraint, meant to avoid further imprinting stress or warning signals onto the herd. The system is rebuilt from scratch and tested through continuous demo runs. Every detail is measured: drop speed, approach angles, natural movement lines. The goal isn't the fastest reaction, it's the right one. Consistent, predictable, reducing stress on both the animals and the surrounding environment. Once all parameters reach optimal levels, the system is redeployed at known entry points into farmland. That night, the herd appears exactly along its usual route. This time, the control process completes cleanly. The trigger responds fast and accurately. No panic, no uncontrolled collisions, no spillover risk. More importantly than what happens that night is what happens afterward. The herd's familiar movement route is cut off, and just like that, peace is restored, allowing local farmers to return safely to their fields.
Let's get 'em.
If the first intervention had gone perfectly, the most important lesson might have been missed. Wildlife control isn't for rushing, and it certainly isn't about blind faith in equipment. It demands observation, analysis, and constant adjustment. That moment of failure is what ultimately saved the entire harvest. Not through luck, but through clear judgment and responsibility in knowing when to act and when to stop.
Go on in. One.
Around midnight, the monitoring system sent a signal showing that the first trap had been triggered. Although she was eager to check it immediately, Patricia decided to wait until daylight to ensure safety and allow for a clearer assessment of the scene. Early the next morning, the entire team arrived at the first location. The signs on the ground showed that an entire group of hogs had moved through during the night. It partially confirmed that the travel route Patricia had been tracking for days was absolutely accurate. The workday began with high expectations. If the first trap showed that the system was working effectively, the next inspection point surprised everyone even more. Even from a considerable distance away, we could see far more movement inside the enclosure than usual. As we approached, Patricia smiled quietly. This was clearly the result she had been hoping for over the past several days. The number of hogs inside the netted enclosure far exceeded initial expectations. The team quickly divided tasks, prepared guiding lanes, and coordinated to move each group out of the enclosure in a controlled manner. The workload was heavier than expected, but everyone felt that the days of scouting and preparation had paid off. The next trap brought a different kind of challenge. The moment the hogs detected human presence, they became highly alert and continuously moved around the enclosure searching for a way out. Patricia reminded everyone to stay in position and avoid getting too close. Wild animals can react unpredictably when they feel cornered, so every action had to be carried out calmly and according to plan. The moment once again demonstrated how important field experience truly is. After two particularly busy inspection points, the fourth trap delivered a completely different result. Only a single animal was recorded inside the enclosure. Patricia did not seem disappointed. She believed it reflected the natural behavior of wild hogs. They often change group size and travel routes depending on environmental conditions. That is also why no two traps ever produce exactly the same outcome. Just as the team thought most of the work was finished, Patricia brought us to a trap located near an area where numerous juvenile tracks had previously been recorded. She hoped this location would provide more insight into how the herd had been moving in recent days. The inspection revealed multiple animals of different sizes inside the netted enclosure. The amount of work required the team to coordinate even more closely than at the previous locations. Patricia constantly communicated with everyone to ensure every step followed the plan. Although it took considerable time, it also became one of the most informative inspections regarding how the hogs travel together in groups. The final trap was recorded by the system as being activated during the night. When we arrived the following morning, Patricia was already there. She had finished inspecting the site, documenting tracks, and preparing everything for the team. Looking at the notebook filled with travel routes, appearance times, and weather conditions, we understood why she was often able to predict so accurately where the hogs would return. Behind every successful inspection lies not only the trap itself, but also countless hours of observation, record keeping, and patience in the field.